pace with control of this race. Here comes a run from Davey Hazard. He blocks the 10. Not going to be enough. Ryan Pace is going to win at Talladega.
Curry trying to hold off Wilson. He's done a good job so far. Wilson, one last desperate attempt to the bottom. He won't get there. Nick Curry wins at Bristol.
Coming out turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway here. Looks like he's in a class of his own right now.
Merzlak, one final time. Get around the 55. Big time send.
He hits the wall. He hits it. He gets the lead, but can he hang on to it? Oh my goodness, he made it to the line.
Big push down the backstretch is going to give him a good run through the corners.
Just a little bit
Follow from the 1.
A little bit of contact there for second, but coming to the line, Toby Roberson's going to take home the checkered flag and victory here from the new Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's featured presentation of the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series presented by Voiles Trucking here live from Watkins Glen. As always, I'm your host, Joe Townetwork. Alongside me tonight, my partner in crime for most of these dang old things, Mr. Ricky Collette. Welcome back to the Glen, Ricky.
Joe, I am excited to be back here at the Glen. Seems like we were just here yesterday, but we weren't. It was actually 2 days ago. You got to keep on your toes here.
I'm on my toes, man. I've been on my toes all day, but I'm on them still, just because of that. But folks, we are so glad you're joining us tonight. More Bomb Squad Racing action. Remember, we're your home for the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series all season long, all the way through the championship finale. And Ricky, tonight, the last road course race of the season. Watkins Glen is one of those tracks that's really good for stock cars road course racing, isn't it?
Really good for road course racing. We saw it on Tuesday. It's a lot of fun to sling some stock cars around this place. A little different version, this one, than what we were running on Tuesday. Kind of the older variation of it. But it's going to be, it's a fun track. This one's definitely really fun. We have a fun time here tonight. Everyone's having fun. This track's fun. I really like coming to Watkins Glen with the stock cars, Joe. We're
just always having fun here on JTN, and that's why you got to drop a like on the video and subscribe so you don't miss a second of any of the racing action. Going to go for 32 laps again here tonight. This is your Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series race preview. Remember to use code JTN at checkout at CircleBDiecast.com for $5 off your shipping on your order of $30 or more. 70 degrees, clear, you know the drill. It's Joe and Ricky up here in the booth. We are so happy for you to join us. Last week, saw another thriller of a finish. Great racing between Ricky J and Kilojoules. Tonight, the feeling is that we might have a little more of the same, but Brandon Hawkin back again this week, and driver of the 99, always so good on the road courses, Ricky.
For sure, Brandon Hawkin, it's like he shows up to these tracks, and it's like he's in a completely different time zone. So we'll see what that amounts to in the race this week. We'll see if anyone's got anything for him. I'm waiting for qualifying times to come through the wire here, so we're going to be waiting just a minute or two longer.
It's a little, the track's a little big
into reality, but I think he's definitely going to be one of the big cheeses tonight here that you're going to have to fight for to get that win.
Now, this isn't Road America, so you can't talk about cheese, but we did have the cheese at 355 at one point, so you can talk about Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its, cheeses.
What's happening, Furco? Old Keith McLean there in chat as well. Remember, you can get his shirt. We actually got it down in our merch bar down below the video, so, go get yourself a Mac Daddy t-shirt off the JTN merch store. Bada bing, bada boom. Look at that. Promotion. Dr. Doom, like when I walk in the room. I'm going to stop. But see those times starting to trickle across the top of your screen here in qualifying. You got to say it like that, too. You can't say qualifying. You got to say qualifying.
There's a qualifying.
Qualifying.
Qualifying. Qualifying. Qualifying. For those times to pop through the old time zone, and already got 16 cars here. About another minute left before.
Wish I had a time
qualifying is
machine,
complete.
so I could just take us to the end of qualifying.
Are you saying it with Canadian voice now?
I'm really going a little aggressive on it there. Qualifying.
They're British.
Furco watching us from Hardee's. Do you have Hardee's up there? Because I know we don't. There's only one, and I have to drive like almost 30 minutes to get to it. You got Hardee's up there, Ricky?
No, I don't think so.
Hardee's. I like the biscuits in the morning.
I'm not seeing a Checkers around here either.
Checkers. You have to be. Checkers is good on a budget. Checkers is good on a budget. Like the fries, I think you can get their fries out of the frozen aisle. That's probably worth it for you. At least try those.
No, I've been there before. But
okay.
Actually, I think it was in upstate New York. So there you go.
No, that makes sense. Free Wi-Fi too. Heck yeah.
Don't go for the food. Go for the Wi-Fi. That's usually a good sign of a restaurant when you don't want to eat the food.
That's a throwback to do you know who I'm thinking about?
But
do you know who? I'm not going to say their name.
McDonald's Wi-Fi?
Okay, keep going.
Was I close? Not
we
close?
used to know somebody that raced on McDonald's Wi-Fi and Taco Bell Wi-Fi. And
I don't even remember who it was, to be honest. But
I'm not going to out them.
I don't know
like
if you want to oust them, but I can't remember who it was.
The real OGs that are listening and watching know.
A very long time since we've had that discussion, but looks like qualifying all set here from the Finger Lakes region of New York. Joe, you want me to read the qualifying lineup, or do you want to do it?
Well, I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. You're going to do it. But, folks, qualifying has completed. Ricky, why don't you take us through tonight's starting lineup?
Well, when you put it that way, no.
Trying to take away my setup, man. How rude.
I'm on strike. I'm not reading it.
All right, that's fine.
Fine.
Brandon Hawkin qualifying on pole tonight with a time of
1 minute 9.618. No, I screwed that up. Yeah, no, 9.678 seconds.
I just gotta give him a little push.
Is Brandon Hawkin in the 99 car, starting in the second spot, right behind him at a time of 1 minute 9.955 seconds. So very close. Ricky J in that 193 machine. Third spot goes to the 08 car piloted this evening by Jerry Cook. Fourth spot's going to be the 029 car, old BSR Killjoules. Andrew Mill in the 86 car will roll off from the 5th position, and Herman Reese will start right behind him in the 6th spot in the 73 car. Harry Cody in the 13 starts 7th. BSR Terry Scott in the 66 starts 8th. And BSR Greg Lavelle in the 088 car will start 9th tonight.
Level.
Pete Grant in the 011 car will start 10th. Rolling off in the 11th position. It gets confusing. We got the 11th car in 10th, but right behind him is the 11th position, so I gotta remember that's not the 011 car. That's the 022 car of Jason San Diego. BSR Nelly in the 103 car rolls off in the 12th position. 13th goes to the 32 car, who's going to be piloted this evening by BSR Pantelica. The 14th position could be the 4 car BSR Silver Bullet starting deep in the field here tonight. The 15th position is going to go to the 150. For the 15th position is going to go to the 144 car of BSR Magoo. Randy Waugh in the 21 car will start from the 16th position. And last car to take a time in qualifying this evening will be BSR Mike Coulong in the 199 car. He will roll off from the 17th spot. Remaining cars on the grid will be chosen by a random draw. 18th position goes to the 028 car of BSR Monty Keller. BSR Brian Voiles in the 68 car starts in the 19th spot. 20th goes to the 49 of BSR Brain Fade. 21st spot goes to the 8 car Cody Luke. And 22nd position goes to the 710 machine of Manny D. And that's going to be your starting lineup here from Watkins Glen. Joe, I was a little off my rhythm there. You threw me off my rhythm.
That's okay. You're a little rusty. You weren't here last week.
I wasn't here 2 days ago. I was a little rusty.
A little rusty. You weren't here last week.
A little rusty. I wasn't here last week.
Yeah,
I read more cars yesterday faster, and then today I just completely fell on my face.
Well, it's okay. Sometimes you come off a night like Tuesday nights, and it happens.
It just happened.
I mean, last week I was dying up here in the booth, and you didn't try to fill in for me, but that's okay. What?
Do it again.
Do it again in a heartbeat. Matt Stern, Silver Bullet, also in chat. Tim Huston in chat, welcome. Magoo in chat. Matriarch of the Voiles Trucking Empire, Miss Kathy Voiles in chat, welcome, welcome. Hope y'all are having a fantastic Thursday evening, getting ready for some Bomb Squad racing action presented by Voiles Trucking. And, of course, was your Circle B Diecast race preview. Remember to use code JTN and check out for $5 off shipping on your orders of $30 or more.
$30 or more?
Yes, it's $30 now. And you only get $5 off shipping. I think I went into it about... I think I might have talked about that a little bit a couple weeks ago on a stream. Our buddy Weaver just posted a turtle.
Was that good? Is that bad? Weaver's...
I mean, some of these curbs look like turtles.
I think he's warning us. I think he's threatening us.
Was it turtle?
Yeah.
Gonna turn us into turtle soup or something?
Turtles are deadly. These turtles
they?
are deadly, Ben. You gotta look out for those turtles, Ben. They're scary.
There's Jerry Cook in the 08. Drive smart. Hopefully, driver of the 08 does that tonight. Don't doubt it. Just, you know, it's on the side of the car. It's a layup. Gotta make those.
Oh, you're being mean. You're being mean.
Oh, now he's posted an owl. What does that mean? As the 08 goes around. I think Jerry heard me talking about him. There's our points leader, up by 50 over Ricky J. Is Kilojoules in the 029. Good looking Corvette, Assassin's Creed Corvette there.
So these guys practicing pitting up here. Brain Fade in the 49. Brendan Hawkins came blowing down to the pit road entry. Slammed on the brakes, slid in. Trying to make sure they can get every bit of racetrack out of it before you're down to pit road speed. Very slow pit road here, about 35 miles an hour. You are just crawling along coming down this pit road. It's also on a hill, too, which makes it even harder to maintain speed.
How does that work, right? Is it just gravity? Why is it so hard? Why do we see so many speeding penalties here at Watkins Glen? I know there's the hill, but why?
I mean, yes, gravity. Yeah, I mean, you know,
explain gravity to the folks at home.
Why am I explain gravity? Yes, big car on hill go faster than car sitting on flat land. Gravity.
Gravity.
No, but to actually answer your question, it's just because, you know, no other track. I don't think there's any other track on the Cup circuit that's kind of set up like this, where you are going down a hill, especially one this steep.
Yes. Yeah.
So you just gotta like, it's just very easy to roll over. On a flatter racetrack, on a flat pit road, you are kind of warping that throttle. You can keep it very consistent.
Mm-hmm.
It's like hitting cruise control on the highway on a flat piece of land, is that you almost don't need throttle to keep it rolling, but as soon as you start going downhill, the car's got to start counteracting what it's doing, or else it rolls too fast. It's kind of the same thing here. If you're not paying attention to your gas and brake, you can roll too fast and kind of just barely touch over that speed limit as we're lining up here for the race, waiting on that opening command.
All gas, no brake. Here we go.
Joe, you called it too early.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that one would line up a little better, but it's a little awkward. That cough was really awkward. Why'd you do that? I think we're in for a classic night, and we wait for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
That one made me sound like I knew what I was doing. That one made me sound...
Look, Joe, they're rolling. Jeez, I wonder why they're rolling downhill. Wonder why 3,000-pound stock cars are rolling faster downhill
That's
by
crazy.
themselves.
That's absolutely crazy. Bonkers, if you would. Brandon Hawken going to be...
Hump about that.
That's okay. Brandon Hawken going to lead us to green here in the 99 Rel ART Toyota. Then it's going to be Ricky J to his outside in the 193 Voiles trucking forward. Jerry Cook in the Drive Smart Toyota going to line up in third in the 08. With the Assassin's Creed Chevrolet Corvette of BSR Kilojoules lining up in fourth. Rounding out your top five tonight is going to be the 86 Powerade Chevrolet of Andrew Miller, with the 73 Cadillac Racing CTS of Herman Reese in the sixth spot. M4S Installations Meal Chevrolet Camaro, Perry Codian going to line up in the seventh position, with the 66 TRD Toyota, Terry Scott in eighth. Rounding out your top 10 tonight is going to be the 088 Texaco Ford, in conjunction with the Buffalo Bills 088 of Greg Lovell, and then your top 10 rounded out Team Speedland Pontiac of Steve Grant in the 011. So at your top 10 starters, you see the rest of the field getting lined up here further on back. We are ready to go racing tonight from Watkins Glen. So glad you're joining us. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday night. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe before we get things going, because you don't want to be late on that train.
We've got a long way to go with pacing around this big old joint here. Watkins Glen, a big racetrack. Waiting on it, waiting on it, waiting on it, waiting on it. I can't keep saying waiting on it. We're still like halfway around this place.
I've been waiting all day for Thursday night. All right, Thursday night, Bomb Squad Racing is here.
Thursday night is all right.
For fighting? No, for racing.
Yeah, for racing.
I wonder.
Saturday's fighting.
I wonder if I should try to make us a cover of that. But like Thursday night's all right for fight. I wouldn't sing it, obviously. We all know that.
I believe that's how you get content ID'd on
the
old YouTube machine.
I believe so too. But what we'll do is we'll change the lyrics and then we'll change the music. We'll figure it out.
Change the music, so it's not even the same song anymore.
Yeah, well, again,
Change
content
the music,
ID.
change the song structure, change the timing.
Do you think if I wrote Elton John a nicely, strongly worded letter, he would let me use that song?
Why is it strongly worded? Are you threatening him?
No, but like you have to have a strong, a strong argument. So I need strong words.
Joe, you're good on the business acumen, but your sales pitch needs some work.
Yeah, that's not. That's no surprise there. Never been good at selling myself, much less our product. Here we go. Brandon Hawken with control.
Please don't press charges against us. It's Brandon Hawken coming down to take the green flag. Joe, do you want to take us?
I got us. Brandon Hawken looking to lead every lap tonight. Was faster than the field by 0.5 of a second. We'll see if that continues. Have to think the rest of these guys are going to catch up as the night goes on. Green flag. We're underway here from Watkins Glen.
They come barreling down to turn number 1. Brandon Hawkins got the edge and pulls away with the lead. Second spot, BSR Ricky J. See Jerry Cook in the 029 to KJ side by side here, coming up through the S's.
Yeah, that 08 got loose there through corner number 1. Lost a lot of time on the exit, but going to maintain the third position. Holds off Kilojoules for now. KJ going to have to hold off Andrew Miller as we head down the back straightaway. That 86 has a run going into the bus stop.
Does basically got to think twice about it, stay in line here, and try to kind of reel this 029 in another place around the track, getting right back to him coming up to the carousel turn here.
And we saw Tuesday night everyone very willing to use the dirt there on the exit of the bus stop. Already seeing that starting here tonight.
Yeah, well, interesting thing, Joe, is that this is the older Watkins Glen. This is like circa 2003. Is this 2003? Oh, no, this isn't 2003. Which version are they using?
This looks like 2011.
2011, excuse me. But there's less runoff room, if you notice in turn 1.
Mm-hmm.
When these guys ran the guys at the guys at Maverick ran the 2017 version on Tuesday. This runoff space goes
right about
all
here.
The way out to the exit of the turn here. It doesn't do it tonight. There's just all this grass there, so these guys actually have to filter back up at one point. Got one car around 028, and Monty Keller gets it rolling in turn 1. Like, just got a little bit too much on exit there, and went about 90 degrees sideways, and got the car composed and is back rolling.
Angelica is listed as 9 laps down.
Here.
That's not correct. Herman Reese to the inside of Andrew Miller for the 5th position. Not able to get it done that time by.
Herman Reese gets really sideways there off that last turn. Those tires didn't really hook up, and they just lit him up. Interesting thing about this older one, like I said, Joe, got a bit of a different character than the 2017 one, because that's a post-repave. This is the old pavement at Watkins Glen, so a lot less grip here tonight. These guys really are going to be manhandling these things all evening.
That's for sure.
Brandon Hawkin about a 1 second lead on Ricky J right now at the moment, but Jerry Cook right back there in the 08 car, keeping in touch with these leaders. Less than a second behind Ricky J himself, and just kind of kept that gap pretty steady, running pretty much even times with Ricky J here the past few laps.
You just got to stay with them, right? We can go about 10 laps on fuel. Tires feel like they will be able to do that, so we're looking probably at 2 stops. If you do it right, it's 32 laps. So these drivers, you know, right now I feel like you're trying to pace yourself, right? We work these road courses backwards instead of forwards with the fuel strategy and pit stops. And right now, if you're Jerry Cook, you just want to stay in contention. You just want to keep those guys in front of you, keep them within an earshot, and hopefully make up some time as the race progresses on. It's still Brandon Hawkin, though, out in front of the field. Ricky J sits second. Jerry Cook, Kilojoules, and Andrew Miller, your top 5. Harry Kodian has moved up into the 6th position there in the 13. As Herman Reese runs 7th. Greg Lovell there in 8th. 9th is the 011 to Steve Grant, and the 66 Terry Scott rounding out your top 10. Watch this battle between Herman Reese and Greg Lovell. This again, the battle for the 7th position. You ready to head down into the bus stop? That 88 really aggressive through there. Gonna get all over the back bumper of the 73. Reese into the grass.
Yeah, you got to really go for these positions when you can get them, and you see Greg Lovell doing that right now. Gets to the inside, coming through the carousel turn. Herman Reese going to go up into the runoff, kind of let him have it. Put Greg Lovell up a spot to that 8th.
7th.
From that 8th to that 7th position.
And Reese smoking the tires a little bit. That 73 looks like he's on the back foot right now, falling back here.
Looks like he's struggling a little bit right now with the racetrack. We saw how loose he was earlier. I wonder if maybe the setup's not to his liking at the moment. Look a little further up front here, Joe. Brandon Hawkin keeping a pretty steady lead on Ricky J. Ricky J closed in last time by. Ran a faster lap than Hawkin and kind of closed the gap down to less than a second. Hawkin, I think, saw that and turned on the go switch and ran his fastest lap of the race so far. But who also ran the fastest lap of the race so far, right behind Ricky J, the 08 car, Jerry Cook, at a time of 1:10.611. That's a whole second faster than Ricky J, second and a half faster than Ricky J last time by. So I think this 03 car, this 08 car, Cook, is starting to come to life here.
Well, it's not going to matter if that 08's quicker if he does what he just did through the bus stop. He was two-wheeling it there for a second. That's got to make a driver a little uneasy. I know it's really quick to hit all those curves and try to make that as straight as possible, but sometimes if you hit them just right, well, it's going to make the night go just wrong.
Yeah, I guess so. But also, you gotta have those steel cojones, you know.
It's okay. You can
Just
say
go
balls.
for it.
Bristol likes tennis balls.
Eventually
You
hit
know?
that rhythm because it's pretty fast going
Yeah.
through there doing that. But as we're looking at this right now, the 08 to Cook is definitely starting to close the gap on Ricky J. Ricky J ran a very fast lap last time by. All of the top 3 here, Brandon Hawkin, Ricky J, and Jerry Cook, are all picking up time right now on track, though. Interestingly, about halfway through this tire run. So I'm wondering if getting some heat in these tires is helping a lot. Brandon Hawkin ran a 1:10.086, 1:10.382 for Ricky J. That was his fastest lap of the race. And then Jerry Cook just barely misses his fastest lap, but still ran a 1:10.671. So these guys all just blazing around here right now. But Brandon Hawkins still holding command. But you do see right back here that Cook is getting closer and closer in this 193's mirror.
And let's work themselves up a couple positions. Is that 8 car of Cody Luke? Started towards the tail end of the field, has worked up to 12th. Harry Kodian in the 13 has also moved up into the 6th position. A couple good runs early on for some guys that maybe started a little bit further back than what we were expecting.
Yo, that 08 car is just hanging it off these turns. I just saw him in that rumble strip there coming off the last turn, and that car was... He is lighting those tires up to get that thing to grip up. And look, it is paid off. He is right there with Ricky J. Actually, a huge gain on Ricky J last time by, about a whole 0.5 of a second faster than him last time by. So I wonder if... Oh, Ricky J gets into the wall a little bit here, coming through the S's. That's going to let the 08 and Cook right to him, side by side, coming up to the bus stop. Ricky J's not going to be able to stop this. Doesn't have the momentum for it. Put the Cook car up to that second spot. Now he's set to sight on Brandon Hawkins here in first.
You see Jerry Cook really aggressive on the entry to the bus stop, too. Gives himself a little bit of a gap back to Ricky J, so moving up to second. Does it give you... I know you're a part-time competitor over in the Fast Renegade Cup Series. When you're part-time, you're maybe not running all the races like our top 2 are right now. Does that give you a little extra encouragement maybe to go out there and be aggressive like we're seeing this 08 car right now?
Yeah, I'd say so. You don't really care about what's going on around you. You're just there for winning.
There for a checkered flag or just to bring the steering wheel home, right?
Yeah, a lot of times you really are. You don't really... Especially at this point in the season, you're like, points. I don't really care. I don't care what anyone's doing. I just want to get the win. The way to Cook, though, misses turn 1 just a hair. That lets Ricky J stay with him.
It looked like Ricky kind of missed it a little bit, too.
We talked about it right now, running on lap 8 of 32 here. Tonight's event, around lap 5, so about 3 laps ago, these guys were all putting up their fastest laps of the race. I wonder if the bottom kind of fell out on that, Joe, because Brandon Hawkins starting to kind of drift back down to about a 1:10.4, and clutching it around here right now, looks like.
Well, trying to save, remember we talked about it, they can go about 10 laps on fuel. That's even stretching it. It's 32 laps. So if you can save a lap on this run, save a lap on the next run or the final run, you should be able to do it on 2 stops. If you can't save that, you're going to have to come back down, get a splash of fuel, and that's going to cost you the race. It's going to cost you all the time in the world. If you're Brandon Hawkins right now with a almost 3-second lead, why not push the clutch in? Try to save some fuel here as you can, as Brian Voiles coming down pit road in 68. It really messed with the 08 of Jerry Cook.
Yeah, these two just staying close with each other. What I was going to say before I saw Brandon Hawkins clutching there, I kind of lost my train of thought for a brief moment. But that I think the bottom's starting to fall out on these tires because you saw when Ricky J got passed by the 08, he didn't have a good lap the lap before that. And then trying to fight off Cook coming up through the S's, just the car seemed like it stepped out on him just a little bit over the edge there. Got to that inside wall just a little bit and messed up his whole flow. So wonder if the grip's starting to go away on these tires. Brandon Hawkins right now really clutching it through that bus stop here. Ran a 1:11.5 last time by, 1:11.4 for Cook, and 1:11.2 for Ricky J. So I think they're all trying to save right now. Just trying to squeeze as much as they can out of that Sunoco race fuel.
I'll let Brandon get some time, and you can kind of see what Ricky's talking about here as we go down into this corner number 10. You see that car sink in. He's hitting the clutch pedal. That's helping him save a little bit of fuel for the folks at home. You also see he didn't use any brakes that time going into that corner, so really kind of using up as much runoff room as he can right now to avoid using the brakes, save as much fuel as possible. And you see even the Jerry Cook, Ricky J behind him starting to do a little bit of the same thing. Although I think those guys, they're still pushing it. Because that lead has come down. It was at 2.8 seconds. It's now at 1.7 that time by. So this will be the lap. I think we're going to see second and third come down because they haven't been saving. See if Brandon Hawkins can push it the extra lap.
Yeah, but Joe, you know, I'm thinking about this here. I wonder if Brandon Hawkins might be saving a little bit too much compared to Cook and Ricky J. They're going to have to come down here on lap 11, which means if they can do 11 laps to a run, then in theory, the next one's going to be on lap 22. The next one after that, lap 33.
That's
so that'd
true.
be the end of the race there. So I think theoretically, if the 08 and the 93 can hold station like they've been doing with 11 lap runs, they should be able to make it to the end of this. Brandon Hawkin might be trying to get as much as he can out of that fuel cell early here, though. Maybe trying to see if he can finagle with the strategy enough that he doesn't even have to deal with saving later,
That's a
which would
throwback.
also be an interesting play here. But we'll see coming around off the last turn here if he comes down pit road. Brandon Hawkins not going to do it. Jerry Cook going to come down. Ricky J going to follow him. Ricky J really throws it in there onto pit road. Gets right down to speed behind the 08. That's going to pick up a ton of time for him.
Kilojoule's also coming down. Andrew Miller going to be coming down the pit lane. So only our leader right now staying out on track. Here comes Harry Kodian in the 13. So does Greg Lovell. You know,
on this 99 of Hawkin, though, because we really don't know what.
Everyone's coming
about
down.
10 laps there. I mean, these are all green laps, so I don't know how much Brandon was saving. That's going to get back around.
Oh, Nelly.
Keep it on that 99, because if that car starts sputtering, he'll probably be able to make it back if he can get to the second half of this track. But if that car starts sputtering, he's going to lose a ton of time to these other guys that just came down pit road now and are charging around on fresh tires.
I mean, this is going to put Brandon in a spot, though, where he's going to feel pretty safe about fuel on one stop. The rest of these guys, I think they're still going to be a little worried up there on the pit box and behind the wheel.
I think so, but there is still a plan B on that as well. Brandon Hawkin is kind of showing here that you can do 12 laps feasibly.
That's true.
As he's coming around.
To complete the 11th.
Yep, going to come onto pit road this time by. So he can feasibly get to lap 12 of a run and still be good on fuel. So I think that's going to tell these guys that even if they need to save a little bit right now, if Ricky J and the 08 car Cook stay on this cycle, if they stay on the cycle of doing 11 laps each, they'll probably make it to lap 33. Since they know that Hawkin can squeeze out an extra lap, they might try to take advantage of that, maybe in the last run, maybe in this run. But
right.
I think there is some wiggle room there to try some stuff.
Yeah, so you see Brandon down into his box now. Let's go ahead and try to find. There's Jerry Cook, who gained a lot of time on Ricky J. Ricky J fell all the way back to 4th when we cycled through this. Kilojoule's made his way around. And then remember, folks, that's the battle for the points lead, too. KJ had 50 points on the 193 coming into tonight. There's Jerry.
Oh, Joe. Ricky J overshot his pit box coming in. Accidentally almost tried to pull him behind the 08 to Cook. Missed his stall and had to back up and pull back in. So that's what happened there with Ricky J.
And Jerry Cook going to take the lead.
He made the pass on Brandon Hawkin coming off of pit road. So Jerry Cook to the lead. What a great strategy play by the 08 here. Running that lap on fresh tires was able to decrease the time delta enough on Brandon Hawkin, who was clutching on his last lap around, enough that the 08 was able to leapfrog him.
And the 99's still getting up to speed. Now we'll probably be about even here through the bus stop, but you also got to think cold tires. You talked about it in that first run. They got faster about halfway through the run. They ran their fastest laps, so a little bit of heat in the tires, too, might help this 08 for a couple laps to continue to maintain that lead. See if Brandon Hawkin gets aggressive trying to take it back. Yeah,
and the other thing you got to think about, too, is that the 08 was running pretty comparable times to Hawkin here. Brandon's going to have his work cut out for him trying to get on by him, because I think he definitely can run faster lap times than the 08, just looking at what the scoreboard said so far. But, you know, it's that old saying, you know, catching them's one thing, passing them's a whole different thing. I think the actual saying is passing them's a whole nother, but I don't think that's grammatically correct. I don't think a whole nother is an actual thing.
That's okay, Ricky. I don't think we're ever grammatically correct on this show.
I don't know. I'm also trying to justify Darrell Waltrip's colloquialisms with grammar. I don't think I really need to. Their driving good is not grammatically correct.
They're driving good.
They're driving good. It's more fun to not be grammatically correct, to be totally honest. But look at Cook here, wheeling it through this bus stop. Brandon Hawkin following him right through there. Could come up on the 49, a brain fade at a weird spot. Look at how sideways Cook got there. Middle of the turn, trying to get that old Toyota Camry to rotate. We got two Camrys fighting for it up here. Ricky J's actually made it past KJ. He's taken back that third spot. But, man, he's going to have to dig himself out of this hole here, Joe, because he was not running faster times than Cook at the end of the run, and he definitely wasn't running faster times than Hawkins. So he's going to have to start...
caution's out.
Caution is out on the racetrack.
Caution out for the first time tonight. Figure out Nelly's on pit road. See if that had anything to do with this first caution of the night. Don't think so.
There's looks like the 028 Joe coming up through the S's. Monty Keller had a big spin, got into the retaining wall. Actually, it looks like he downshifted by accident into reverse and just threw his car into the outside retaining wall there. Didn't even realize cautions were on tonight, to be totally honest.
That's your first caution of the night. Monty Keller going around. Single car blooper there up the hill.
And just look at the replay there. Look at the stats, and it definitely looked like stats. I don't know why I said it like that, but looking at the telemetry, it looks like that car popped into reverse there. So I don't know if Monty Keller might be able to tell us if that actually is what happened, but it looked like he might have accidentally popped into reverse there, going up through the gears from second to third, and ultimately sent that car into the retaining wall.
That's going to be the first caution of the night. I believe that's going to make the ticker angry, or the pylon, rather. Yeah, it did make the pylon angry. That's unfortunate.
Pylon angry.
Oh, we'll go back to the old school ticker. There we go. The first caution out here tonight. Jerry Cook is your leader.
Live on JTN.
Hey, you know, the ticker used to let us down. It's never let us down since it let us down last, you know? Pylon.
Good old reliable.
Pylon's still we're working out some kinks with it. It likes to do some funny stuff when we do stuff with it.
You ever see a race broadcast change ticker halfway through? Because I actually don't think I've seen that.
NBC does it.
Who does it?
NBC.
Well, I mean, like going back to the old scrolling thing.
Yeah, they go between them.
They don't do that.
Yeah, they do.
When do they do that?
I know I've seen them do it last year. I haven't really paid enough attention this year.
Am I going bananas here? I swear to God, I've never seen that.
I know I'm right because I talked about it before when we were talking about doing this. Like, hey, can we switch back? And it was like, yeah, we can.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, why have I never noticed that? That's weird.
If you looked up some highlights, I'm sure. I mean, there has to be. I'll try to find you some evidence, Ricky. But
I know that the international feed or whatever.
Well, I'm not talking about. I'm not. Yeah, yeah. I'm not talking about that
scrolling one because I think sometimes they use that for like highlights and stuff or like race replays as opposed to actually using the race ticker.
Yeah. So what they do is like NBC when they post their highlight videos, they'll use that if it's Fox races.
Okay.
But Fox just uses the NBC footage when they post highlights. It's great.
That doesn't seem petty.
Richard.
Ironic, because Kyle Petty works for NBC. That doesn't seem very Kyle Petty.
Anyways, pit stops. This puts everyone into one. This kind of takes the strategy out of this race, right? Everyone's going to be good on one after this.
I think so, but Jerry Cook definitely looks like he was the benefactor of all this, being able to leapfrog the 99 of Brandon Hawken. Now he's going to have to be careful about that, though. Coming down pit road here to make sure that those 4 tires and fuel is quicker than the 99, that he can get back off pit road first. Hawkins got the preferred spot right there in the pit road here, so we'll see. But Cook's definitely going to have more time to do his stop.
Ricky J cutting him a break there, kind of pulling up into the front end of the box. We watched here at the end of the pit lane. Ricky J, though, another guy that really benefits from this caution, right? Going to be able to pull back closer. I think Brandon's going to win the race off pit road. Yeah, that 99 got dropped before the 08 did. He wins the race off. Then it's Jerry Cook, Ricky J, Kilojoules, and Andrew Miller, your top 5 off the pit lane. Folks, this is the portion of the show where I'd like to remind you that we keep doing this, and the train keeps rolling with the Brothers Paint and Collision 107 Hobo Racing from Chicagoland next Tuesday night, 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time. Then it's the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series from Daytona next Thursday night, 9:05 p.m. Eastern. And then Fast Renegade Cup Series, last race of the regular season, Daytona, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, August 28th. That's Sunday. Those races and much, much more live right here only on JTN. You ever have issues with words, Ricky?
No.
Okay. Welcome in, Mark. No need to be sorry. We're just happy you're here. Always happy to see everyone in chat tonight. I got Furco in chat. Miss Kathy Voiles in chat tonight. Tim's in chat as always for Bomb Squad. Even Mac Daddy's in chat. So can't thank you folks enough for tuning in, talking in chat. We'd love to answer your questions, talk with you throughout the races as we are able. You know, sometimes it's a little harder than others. when we got some great racing like we've had tonight. But getting ready to go back green. Brandon Hawken back to the point. 15 folks currently tuned in. Only 6 likes on the video, though. That we can't stand for. Gotta hit that like button, folks. We'd appreciate it if you did so. Isn't it great how YouTubers, how we're like, we have been trained to guilt trip people into hitting the like button?
It's important to guilt trip people for clout.
Yeah, look at that. We got one. Thank
Got
you.
one,
Whoever
yeah,
whoever hit the like button just now, thank you. Appreciate you. You're the best.
Thank you. Do it again.
Well, no, don't. Not you.
Do it again.
Someone else hit it.
Do it again.
Oh,
No,
look, we
no,
got
do it
another
again.
person.
Do it again.
Now, if you're not subscribed, now we got some other issues to brew in. But I do believe we actually do pretty good with those numbers where most of our subscribers are tuning in. I like to see that. I know there's probably a lot of folks, like YouTubers, people that do this a little bit better than we do, that probably don't like seeing that. You want to see new viewers coming in, but I like that we got one of the most loyal, best fan bases there in chat. So thank you, folks. We appreciate you so much. Get ready to go back green. Dodge Charger pace car going to pull off the track like the last couple are going to pull off the assembly lines next year, as Brandon Hawken going to have control for the restart in the 99. Started the race on pole, going to get the preferred position here on the first restart of the night. Hawken with control into the restart zone. Green flag, we're underway.
Jerry Cook gets a good launch on this restart here. Brandon Hawkins going to try to power run by him through turn 1. Cook actually clears him, put Jerry Cook back up to the lead. Brandon Hawkins going to give chase up the hill. Ricky J right there with him. That 99 gets really sideways. That's going to let Ricky J get an opportunity here.
Also behind them, a battle for 4th brewing. Andrew Miller all over the back bumper of Kilojoules, heading down into the bus stop once again. Okay, Cody into the inside, Jason San Diego.
The top 3 all under a blanket right now. Coming up to the carousel.
There's a lot going on. I love restarts. I love restarts on road courses. Like you said, top 3.
Racing going on.
Top 3 underneath a blanket. What kind of blanket is it? It's a weighted blanket?
One of those big,
Ooh, Cook a little loose there on quarter entry.
Blankets, you know.
Yard blankets?
Grandma always has. Like those big old Mexican blankets with a cool design on them.
Still don't know what you're talking about, but cool.
You don't know about those? You ever had a Mexican blanket in your house?
I don't think so.
They're really nice.
I'll get one.
Cook still leading here, coming up through the SS. Brandon Hawken keeping close in chase. Ricky J right there with him. Look at old KJ, though, up to that 4th spot. This 029 car wants to get involved in this battle for the lead. Brandon Hawken getting right up to the back bumper of the 08. Gonna set him up, coming up to the bus stop here, Joe.
And we've seen Jerry Cook really good through this portion of the track. Hawken a little bit better, though, this time. Takes the lead into the bus stop. I think Cook kind of just let him have it there. No need to be too aggressive side by side there on entry, and that probably the most treacherous portion of the racetrack. So Cook falls back to 2nd, and now going to be challenged by Ricky J in the 193.
Ricky J starting to come back alive here, but yeah, you said it. I think Cook kind of had to let Hawken on by there. You really can't. You can run side by side through the bus stop. You really can't even switch someone back if they get to the inside of you there without wrecking, the both of you. So you really just got to let them go through and hope that they overshoot the turn, which Cook tried to do, but Hawken was able to keep that car gripped up and handsome. So Brandon Hawken regains the lead here at Watkins Glen. Jerry Cook hanging on to that 2nd spot. Top 4 staying the same. Andrew Miller starting to come into this picture, though, Joe. Ran a very fast lap last time by, a 110.920. So he's down to the 110s. The only other cars doing that on track right now is KJ in front of him and Brandon Hawken in the lead. So I think some of these adjustments on pit road did these guys some good here.
Like a little adjustment, you little turn of the wedge wrench, little manipulating of the shocks.
A little bit of messing with the wedge. I don't know if you're really messing with the wedge here per se.
A A little bit
just
of
because
raising
you
track
throw
bar.
weight one way or the other, but still gonna. You don't really
can
know
still-
how it's going to throw the balance. I think the big thing is playing around with those tire pressures, trying to figure out if you can kind of, get the pressure down on one of those tires to maybe help with some of that loose condition. Everyone just running qualifying laps out here right now. Brandon Hawkins just ran a 19.981, fastest lap of the race so far as I can see. So Hawkins starting to come alive here, which is what we saw last time, Joe. And Jerry Cook also just did the same thing. 110.377 is his best of the race. It seems like halfway through this run, these tires really give a good lap, and then all of a sudden they just fall apart. So everyone kind of doing the same thing behind these guys. So something to keep an eye out for. Will be interesting to see from here what happens as these tires actually give out. Jerry Cook is... I don't even.
He cooks it
he's
through
not
the
even
bus
driving
stop.
through the bus stop. He is drifting through the bus stop. And Ricky J doing some agricultural racing behind him, just blew through the grass trying to do the same thing.
Watching Cody Luke, Harry Codian, and Herman Reesald racing together here. Little battle for positions going on.
About 0.8 of a second separates the 99 machine and the 08 car. Across the line this time. Increases to 1 second. Brandon Hawkins ran a 110.038, 110.248 for Cook. So they're starting to kind of level back to each other again. Cook kind of going through the grass a little bit. That's a one funny thing coming off of turn 1 there is that, you know, like I said earlier with Maverick, is that it's all paved on the newer version. Oh, Jerry Cook is sideways coming through the S as he goes around from second. Oh, Ricky J just been able to see top
no.
by. KJ nowhere to go, right into the door of the 08 car.
Ricky
And Ricky
J's
J's
around.
as well.
Jerry Cook looks like he's without a tire. Caution out. This changes everything.
This changes everything, Joe.
That's what I just said, Ricky.
It's so important that it bears reiterating.
Oh, whatever.
This seems like a very long spin here, Joe. It seems like Cook gets into turn number 2, enters into the S's. The car's already kind of a little sideways, and then when the weight shifts to go and take the big left-hander here, you just see it really rotate. He happens to grab the rumble strips and just, get sideways. I think it's because he grabs the grass there.
And the rear end of that car, too. Destroyed.
Not too bad, honestly, though, for the kind of hit that I was afraid that he was going to flip when KJ hit him there. Moderate damage here, so I think Jared Cook will be able to get that car repaired, but the big issue is that he's going to be all the way in the back now. You saw, though, those tires were off in the grass. You know, it's that old adage, like they tell you that in driver's ed, why you don't drive on 2 tires in the grass or
on the shoulder.
Yeah, because less resistance than when they're rolling on the pavement. So the car kind of almost accelerates. All 4 wheels are not accelerating at the same rate anymore. The ones that are going through the grass don't have the same resistance on them, so it just kind of rotates relative to wherever that is. And you kind of saw it there with Cook. The car just started to rotate to the inside. Actually, I think I might have the other way around. I'm not really sure. The car basically just got sideways when those tires touched the grass. Basically tried to pull them inward towards the grass.
Yes.
And over-rotated and got that big clobber from the 193. Not the 193, the 029.
Sit on board there with Ricky J. Doing a good job of avoiding the contact. Well, this propels Andrew Miller up into second in that 86 Powerade Chevrolet. KJ sits third right now. Everyone going to come down the pit lane here. We're right on the edge of the fuel window. Should be plenty good, but still on the edge.
It's going to be tricky for these guys. Andrew Miller's going to have to make sure that he is on this pit stop, because if he can do this right, if he can time this correctly, Joe, he might be able to take advantage of Brandon Hawkins, but that's a very daunting task because Hawkins got that last pit stall, so he doesn't have to pull out for anyone out of his stop. Very tight pit road here. Hawkins can just straight up dump the clutch and launch it out.
Oh, baby, they're announcing Mustang news tomorrow at Woodward. Are you excited?
I've created a new Mustang. It's called the Other Mustang.
I just hope it's not another Mach-E.
You've heard of the Mustang 2. Now here's the Mustang 3.
I don't even know if they put the Mustang 2 out there. I feel like they kind of... Oh, no, there it is.
Out where?
It's just Ford has a tent set up because, like I said, they're announcing the new... It's the Woodward Dream Cruise weekend.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
So-
they would have every generation.
Yeah. I call a dog with a headset on my producer, Bristol.
One of my
Mark.
favorite things to do, I know we're coming to pit row, one of my favorite things to do is when you look up old car ads, like old ad reads like you'd have in magazines and publications and books and stuff, or like National Geographic and all that stuff. Print ads for the Mustang 2 back in the 70s are really funny because they'll say that it has a new 2.3 liter engine, but the key thing to it is that they never specify it's a 4-cylinder. They'll say if it's something bigger than a 4-cylinder, but they won't say that the 2.3 is a 4-cylinder in any of the ads because they don't want people to realize that it's a 4-cylinder.
Hey, sometimes you make some stuff up.
It makes them start. Well, I mean, the first few years they sold them, first 2 years, I think, they didn't have a V8 option because of the oil crisis.
Yep. What time?
Everyone gets down on pit road. KJ actually overshoots his pit stall a little bit, so that's actually going to hurt him a lot.
And it's going to hurt Andrew Miller. Look at how far back that 029 car is, almost all the way into the box of the 86.
Well, we'll see. Oh, it gets that launch. Yeah,
Well, to get
Hawkins
out,
gonna take
but,
this easily.
yeah.
And Ricky J not going to be able to take advantage of that, though. So Andrew Miller going to have that second position. He is going to definitely... Andrew Miller hasn't really been up with these front guys yet.
We know he's a pretty good road course racer, though. I think he can hold his own.
Yeah, I think he's going to need to make sure. We saw Jerry Cook do it earlier. He's going to make sure. He's got to make sure that he gets a launch on this restart. If he can get side by side with Braden Hawkins in turn 1 and get ahead of him, he might be able to throw a wrench into Hawkins' plans. Few guys getting pit road penalties, though. KJ looks like he's got speeding. 766 Terry Scott, 73 Herman Reese all look like they got speeding. I think the 4 also did.
And 199 is being scored as the
32,
leader
excuse me.
right now, but I don't even see him on the track. That's a little problematic. Did he drop out? Any chance?
Oh.
Do you know? Can you locate Mr. Mike Coulong?
Mike Coulong? Where is he?
Being scored as the leader, according to our ticker.
That's,
Yeah, there he is. Rolling
yeah,
across
it
the
looks like,
screen.
oh, Joe, looks like Mike Coulong lost the transmission there, pacing around from the lead.
Oh my goodness.
He stayed out, and then it looks like the car just died.
Oh man, the 199.
Very unfortunate for Mike Coulong, but that actually was a previous. He stayed out when everyone came down pit road there. It looked like he just stopped, and that was it for him. So I don't know if he was having a mechanical issue and decided to park it. Maybe he tore out a gear and decided to park it, but it looked like he
Oh no. That's unfortunate.
parked on his own accord.
Well, speaking of Accords, there's no Honda Accords out here, but there is a Toyota Camry leading the way. That's Brandon Hawken. Andrew Miller sits there in second. BSR Ricky J third. BSR Greg Lovell in fourth. And Cody Luke up inside the top 5 for the first time tonight.
Cody Luke's starting to make his way up here.
Good little racer there in that 8 car. Danny, that is indeed correct. It's been some great racing tonight. We're working our second caution. But has been some spectacular racing. This is what you get here at Bomb Squad. Remember, you can go to bombsquadracing.net or check out the link down in the video description below if you want to find out more. And we got this racing every Thursday night, folks. Every Thursday night. We're here. We're live. Bomb Squad Racing. So you just see it. Hit that subscribe button. Click the bell. You'll be notified anytime we go live. Anytime. Not even just Thursday nights. Anytime. Brandon Hawken ready to go back live racing here in the 99. Going to have control here for the restart. Second time he's had that tonight. Like Herman Reese coming back down the pit lane in the 73. Going to be 10 laps to go here from Watkins Glen. Green flag. We're back underway.
Hawken got a good restart there. Gonna get on past Andrew Miller, come down turn 1. Miller gonna try to get down in there, but Ricky J gonna leapfrog to inside the 86. Put Ricky J up to that second position. Andrew Miller goes through the dirt here.
Gets back in line there in front of Greg Lovell as we head up the hill through the S's. Miller back to third. A disaster of a restart there for the 86. Looked like he was going to have a chance to stay up there in second, if not battle for the lead.
Around through the S's here, Joe. Randy Waugh. That could be another caution.
Well, folks, this is our TWB 10 to go. I'd like to remind you to head on over to GardenLightStrike.com because from porches to patios to more for all your outdoor lighting needs. GardenLightStrike.com has you covered. Again, that's GardenLightStrike.com here on your TWB 10 to go. Randy Waugh around here in that Alabama Dodge Charger.
Like Randy Waugh and Harry Kodian get together coming up through the S's midway through, Joe, and just 21 goes around into the Armco barrier. Not a lot of damage on that 21 car, but it'll have to come back down. They'll have to repair that real quick.
Yeah, 13 just... Oh, that's a misjudge. I know Harry's going to feel really bad about that one. Is that what you saw there, too?
Yeah.
It looks like it's on 13. 21 was slow coming up the hill. But yeah, I think Harry just misjudged it. You know, Jerry Cook able to come through with a huge head of steam and just kind of misjudged. I think he was just trying to get in line behind Randy there. No matter, 21 car is around. The Auburn fans out there will be okay with that. The Cincinnati fans will be okay with that. The Georgia, LSU, pretty much all of the rest of the SEC. Brandon Hawkins is your leader. Here from Watkins Glen. Ricky, you're not a big college football guy going to old UMass, right?
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Did you guys have the football team at the campus you were at, or?
I think so.
Hey, I wouldn't blame you if you didn't know because they bad.
I never even tried. I never even cared.
I think they played at Gillette Stadium too, so maybe it wasn't your. Because are you the campus that's closest to Boston, or wherever, or Foxborough, or whatever?
We're near Fall River, so I don't know. I guess not close.
I don't know the area.
I mean, I think.
Tim, get that Go Bucks crap out of here.
I don't know.
Go Blue,
I don't
baby.
really care.
I know. Hey, something that we both care about. We like cars. And I've been waiting all night to talk about this because it made me so happy.
No.
But
I don't like cars. You heard wrong. I hate everything. I hate cars. I hate everything.
Tim, I'm pretty sure our team kicked the crap out of your team last year, so it's okay. And I swear, if you talk about history, I'm gonna lose it, because I heard I wasn't allowed to talk about history my entire life. Anyways, you see that new Dodge Charger? I think we were talking about it, but I want to talk about it on here, see if anyone else out there has some opinions. The new Dodge Charger Daytona SRT. Someone was making fun of it because you know they have a name for the powertrain. They have a name for the it's got speakers on it, or amplifiers, to amplify the sound of the electric motors. So it has the same decibel range as a Hellcat. That's actually kind of cool, I think. I know a lot of people are going to joke about it, and it's not going to be long before, you know, someone mods it so it, like, plays, you know, a song or something. But, I like it. I know you like it. I think all things considered, a lot of folks probably not too happy that Dodge is going into the electric age too, but I do really I think it's a good step. That concept car is a good step. It's a great step in the right direction. I mean,
it's cool looking.
It's got a freaking Dodge Charger Daytona nose underneath the 68 Dodge Charger nose. I mean, what more could you ask for? Yes, everyone's going to be able to make it now. No one's going to even pit here. They will be plenty good on fuel. Good point there, Tim. Some of the guys towards the back going to come down, though. Freshen up their tires. But that new Dodge Charger, it's beautiful. I like what they're doing. Ricky, I know you don't feel as strongly as I do about it, but...
I like it. No, I like it.
No, I know you like it. I have a very strong feeling about it. It makes me very happy to see a car makes me want to go out and restore the I forget if my dad has a 68 or 71 in storage, but Dodge Charger. Hope it's a 68 because it would go along. I'm gonna get that EV and then we're gonna park them next to each other. You know?
Why'd you never tell me about that? Why are you just saying that your dad has a 71 Charger?
I don't know if it's 71 or a 68. I'm not sure. It's one of those 2 years. But I've never actually seen it because it's been in storage my entire life. I assume he still has it in storage. Still talks about it, so... you know, I hope he still has it. Be pretty cool. But new Dodge Charger looks cool. Give it a chance, folks. We talked about that Dodge Hornet concept on Tuesday when that got announced, because again we're car people. Ricky knows a lot more than I do, but I'm learning. But it sounds like I was saying there, Ford sounds like they're gonna make a new Mustang announcement, probably an electric one to kind of maybe compete with that Charger, get it to the market a little bit earlier since they're ahead on that compared to Stellantis, and you know,
That'll be fun.
electric cars are the future we're going with. So, you know, ride with it.
It'll be a lot of fun.
All the people complain about the power grid, stop. It's okay. We'll be good. We make the changes as we make the change. You know, if you make them together, it's not going to be a problem. But it's interesting technology, right? It's interesting technology. We're both engineers too, so I think that probably, you know, they go hand in hand, right?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah. So. Not a lot to talk about here under this caution, so we're glad we're going to be going back green flag racing this time at the line. Brandon Hawken going to have control. Ricky J. is outside. Then it's Andrew Miller and Greg Lovell there on row 2. Cody Luke, Jason San Diego, Kilojoules, Terry Scott, Jerry Cook, and Silver Bullet, your top 10. Actually, might be your... No, I lied. That's not even... Am I going crazy? Am I losing... No, I was right. I was counting the pace car as a car. It's not. Wannabe engineers. Well, Ricky's got a degree. I got like 8 months and I'll have a degree.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
8 months, you'll have a degree of knowledge. Get
Come
it?
on, Tim. Not everyone can be as cool as you. Working down there in Toledo.
But most are. Actually, cooler even.
Huh?
Most people are cooler than me, actually.
Than you. Yeah, I thought you were being mean to Tim.
No,
yeah,
no.
Yeah, we are young. We are young.
There you go. Yeah,
We're ready to go though. We're ready to go back racing.
Coming back to
Brandon
green here.
Hawken.
Brandon Hawken going to be leading this.
We're young, we're dumb, we're awkward.
193, Joe. Ricky J. I think he's going to be hungry for this. He knows how fast Hawken is. He knows that this restart might be a make or break for him.
Might be a make or break. Here we go. Green flag. We're back underway. 7 to go.
Good restart by Ricky J, but Hawkins still got a little bit of an edge there. They're going to be side by side coming through turn 1. Ricky J is going to try to hang tight, but Brandon Hawkins clears him. Andrew Miller to the inside of the 193 car. Ricky J is going to fight him coming up through the S's.
Look back at that 3-wide battle for position. Jared Cook aggressive here on the restart, trying to climb back up the field. You saw Kilojoules making his way around Cody Luke. Andrew Miller going to have the preferred line down into the bus stop.
The Greg Lovell actually drafted off the 193 of Ricky J, giving him a push down the short chute into the bus stop. Can't clear Andrew Miller, though. Andrew Miller hangs on to that position. For the 86, holding that second. Brandon Hawken driving away with it for right now. Greg Lovell's starting to come into this picture, though, rearing down the 193 Ricky J, who's trying to charge back to Andrew Miller. A little further back, though, keep an eye out. 8th position, the 08 of Jerry Cook starting to make himself shown again. That car is fast, Joe, and he has just been clicking his way through these guys.
Trying to get back up onto the podium, and then probably will need a restart to catch that 99. Hawken out in clean air is a dangerous proposition on any track, let alone a road course. Brandon Hawken out in front. Andrew Miller, Ricky J, your top 3.
Brandon Hawken stretches out to a second lead here, coming down into turn 1. Miller
Big move by
following close
Kilojoules.
in tow. Right behind him, Ricky J, then KJ in 4th. 5th spot right now is Greg Lovell. Here comes the 08 to the inside of Lovell, makes the pass on him. Gonna try to square up KJ next. Cook is just coming up.
Oh,
He gets
he did
sideways
it again.
Coming through the S's, Joe. Hangs onto it. Almost a mirror of what he did earlier when he spun out. But this time, that 08 car hangs onto it. Jerry Cook is just leaving that thing all out on the racetrack here tonight. He really is personifying what we were talking about earlier about bringing that thing back in a handbasket if you don't have any points on the line.
I mean, he has hit every curb with the full force of that race car, every single lap of this race tonight. I mean, absolutely fantastic, aggressive, yet safe enough driving, right? Had to have the spin coming through the S's earlier on in the race. You can fault him for that, maybe being a little too far out of his control. But nonetheless, it's been exciting to watch. Makes the pass for fourth as we head back down onto the front straightaway. Andrew Miller now facing a challenge from Ricky J.
Andrew Miller and Ricky J fighting for position here. Cook is now clear these guys, so back up to that fourth position. 144, Magoo is around on the last corner. This could be another caution, Joe. I think we're going to be seeing
It is.
one more restart before this is done.
One more restart. And if you're Brandon Hawk and you are asking why, Magoo, why? Here's a replay.
It looks like it's a very long wreck here. Silver Bullet actually spins out the turn before that. Looks like the car just over-rotates, gets in the grass, can't hang on to it. Magoo goes to avoid it, and then accidentally hooks the grass and spins it there too. So two separate cars spinning around on track.
Those differences in friction between the grass and the pavement have come into play a couple times tonight, huh?
Definitely.
It looks like Silver Bullet just a little too aggressive.
Come back here with the lead, lap 29 of 32. It's going to be close, Joe, but I think we should. They're going to take it a lap 29 here. They're going to come back around. Lap 30, everyone will come to pit road. Oh, that's
no,
close.
You're not coming to pit road.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you only get you're going to have the one pass. So what, we're working lap 29 right now?
Yeah.
So we'll come around, we'll do lap 30, so it'll probably be a 2-lap shootout. Should be a green-white checkered. Because we only get one pass at pit lane on the road courses. I know, Keith. I mean, hit past him like he was standing still as KJ lost it on the road courses. That's a question we're going to have to ask.
Kathy in chat saying 04 excursion. Yeah, I could not. I commute 100 miles a day. I couldn't drive that if I wanted to.
Do you really?
Yeah, well, 50 there, 50 back.
Well, yeah, I figured. Man, my 20-mile drive must make you pretty jealous.
I like the drive.
Yeah, fair enough.
I could have it worse. I got a friend that's got a similar commute, and he's got a 20. Oh, God, I don't remember what he has. Like a 2017 Ram.
Oh.
With the V8 with the Hemi, so it's not even like terrible gas mileage, but it's truck gas mileage.
It's still
he bought a
sub 20
$1,000 Corolla as his commuter car. He's not even driving his truck anymore. He's like, I'm so sick of paying for this gas. Just because so I could always have it worse is what I'm getting at, but I couldn't drive something that takes that much gas back and forth to my commute.
That's like the big Ford SUV, right?
Yeah, the Excursion's a big one. That's on the Super Duty.
Yeah. All right, yeah.
They
still make those,
chassis,
right?
So it is pretty big, pretty hefty.
They still make those, right?
What, Ford Excursions?
Yeah.
No. They stopped making them in like 2006.
I'm seeing new 2021 Ford Excursion price.
We thought you Expedition.
And it says Excursion.
The Ford.
I know. I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying Google ain't doing a good job. Let's just go to Ford's website. Explorer, Edge, Expedition. Yeah, see, I don't know why it's calling it unless it's under trucks. Let's see.
It's because people still. Oh, it's because like crappy BAM sites or like crappy tabloids or like
yeah,
Ford Excursion redesign new
Oh, did you
But
know the Dodge
it's just
Neon's coming
aftermarket
back?
Companies sometimes make like 4-doors.
No, I know.
We'll make like wagons out of the Super Duty platform. But Ford doesn't make an excursion anymore.
Ricky, it just looked like an F-150, and then they kind of put the back end of a Expedition on it. Like it wasn't impressive looking. I was very confused that it was coming up, new 2021. You know, it's like when I saw.
It's like when you type in new Chevy Chevelle, and every year there's like new Chevy Chevelle concept leaked, and it's literally somebody's like fake drawing of like a concept car that doesn't even look like a real car.
I was gonna say I got really excited because I saw I was looking up Dodge Neons for some reason, and I saw, oh, Dodge has a Neon. Oh, I'm like, oh, that'd be pretty cool if they had them here, but they build them, make them, they only sell them in Mexico.
Yeah.
And it actually wasn't too bad of a looking car. It's some Alfa Romeo car. It's kind of what they're doing right now, is they're just rebadging Alphas, but
yeah.
That's what the Hornet is, but.
Well, I mean that car specifically was just for the Mexican, not the Mexican market, but I think it's a South American specific car. But it's one of those ones that I feel like
sedans.
It's one of those overseas models that I feel like doesn't really justify any reason to like make it a whole unique design. It's easier to just slap badges on it.
Yeah, no, I mean I get it. I wish they sold it here.
Yeah,
because that's a car that I feel like, the sedan market. They're really mostly American companies, and not that I guess Stellantis really at this point, and Chrysler isn't, but the American automakers, none of them really make sedans anymore, right? What, Ford's got the Mustang?
and
then of course Dodge.
Speaking of foreign cars, you know what I found out recently that I think is interesting, because I never knew that they actually had them over here. You could buy in the 70s, like for 3 years, like between like I can't remember, like 69 and like 71, I think. You could buy an Opel Kadett in the U.S. So it was like a German import.
Heck yeah!
Like for U.S. market through Buick dealers. Like they didn't have a dedicated. You could buy it at a Buick dealership, but it was like it was still the muscle car era, so no one wanted a car with a 4-cylinder yet.
Real quick,
still like a year or two out from people being like, "Wow, we might need a car with a 4-cylinder."
Our viewership just peaked right here where we're talking about random nonsense about cars. So thank you, folks, for tuning in.
Thanks for watching.
We appreciate you, because you are about to have a thriller of a finish. It's a green-white checkered. Brandon Hawken has been the dominant car tonight in that 99 Toyota. We expected it. Always fast on the road courses. Heck, pretty sure he won this race last year. My memory is not the greatest right now. Andrew Miller in the 86 has been inside the top 5 all night long. Last time he was starting in this position, wasn't able to capitalize on it, fell all the way back to 3rd. You then have Ricky J, who has been hot on the trails of Hawken throughout this race, throughout the evening. However, the X factor here on this restart is going to be that car, that black and orange and with some blue highlights Toyota of Jerry Cook, that 08. He has been willing to throw the car wherever, whenever, however. And boy, it's going to give us a show here for the restart. Kilojoules lines up in 5th. Greg Lovell, Cody Luke, Jason San Diego, Terry Scott, and Harry Codian. Your top 10 for this, the final restart. Green, white, checkered to end what has been a thriller of a race here. Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series presented by Voiles Trucking from Watkins Glen. Ricky, it's going to be a fun finish. So glad you're up here in the booth, folks. Drop a like, say hello. Watch this finish, because it's going to be a good one. Pace car makes the hard right turn down the pit lane. Hawken with control as we get ready to enter the restart zone. And back away we go. Green flag for the final time. Green-white checkered here from Watkins Glen.
Jerry Cook giving that 86 of Miller a big push. Could be side by side with Brandon Hawken coming into turn 1. It's a dead heat coming through the turn. Brandon Hawkins got the nose there. The 86 falls in line. Look at the 08. Duck it to the inside of the 93. He's looking left. He's looking right. Has to settle for that 4th for the moment.
Brandon Hawken able to maintain the lead. Andrew Miller able to maintain 2nd position. Battle's going to be on for 3rd. Jerry Cook all over the curbing there up through the S's as we head down the back straightaway into the bus stop.
Down through the bus stop here. Andrew Miller going to have to throw it in deep here to start catching Brandon Hawken, who's got that clear sailings up ahead of him. Hawkins goes through the dirt. They're all going through the dirt. Jerry Cook goes through the dirt behind him. KJ does too. And we're back under caution here, Joe. Cars around in the bus stop, so this is going to be the race of the finish.
This is the race to the finish. Ricky J trying to find a way around Andrew Miller for second. Looks low, looks high, looking everywhere he can go, trying to find a way around that 86 Chevrolet. Miller breaks early down there into corner number 6. Into 7 we will go. Coming off the final corner, it will be the number 99, Brandon Hawkin. Going to come take the yellow flag. Might as well be the checkered. Hawkin going to win it here from Watkins Glen. Andrew Miller going to take home second. Ricky J. Jerry Cook rallies back to fourth after a spin. And BSR Kilojoules rounding out your top 5. Let's get a replay of the incident.
Like coming through the bus stop here, Joe. Harry Codian gets a little sideways. The car starts checking up. Looks like it was going to spin anyways, but Herman Reese nowhere to go. Just taps it a little bit. Everyone piles in on it. Randy Watt nowhere to go. Hits the 13. Goes around as well. 4 grabs him. Just a few cars spinning here. Builds a caution. Gives the race to Brandon Hawkin.
There's a lot of dirt getting kicked up. I think it's probably a little difficult to see. I think you would probably agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, even from our cameras, right? So look at it. 13 just getting aggressive through here. I think he almost looks like he hits the brakes trying to avoid running over the 66 there on exit. Couple hits from the 21, and then it looked like the 4. One more look at it. Thank you, Bill. Aussie Bill. Appreciate you. Doing our best. That's your final caution of the night. That's your final lap of the night. Brandon Hawkin is your winner. He makes their way through the site of the scene. Ricky, we know we were going to see an exciting finish. How do you think that might have played out a little bit different were we to get that final lap under green?
I don't know, Joe. I just don't think I don't think Brandon was going to slip up. I think he had that.
I think he had. I was interested to see what would happen there with the 08 because, I mean, Cook all night long, so aggressive, so up on the wheel. An impressive run after the spin, being relegated all the way to the back of the field to rally back up inside the top 5. Attaboy has to go out to the 08 team. Kilojoules, KJ able to get a 5th place finish tonight too, kind of keeps pace. Doesn't Ricky J not able to cut into that lead, I think, as much as he would have liked to tonight. Daytona lies ahead next week, which is always a wild card, right? But for the night, for tonight's wild card, for the night, it's going to be Brandon Hawkin taking home the checkered flag in the Burrell 8RT Toyota Camry. Andrew Miller there in second, and Ricky J there in third, coming off the final corner. Remember, folks, we'll be talking with these top 3 drivers here in a few moments as part of our podium interview. Stick around, watch, so you can hear everything these drivers have to say about not only the finish of this race, but overall a fantastic race tonight from Watkins Glen. Off of the final corner, down the front straightaway, fans are on their feet, giving them a salute. Brandon Hawkin takes home the victory tonight from Watkins Glen. Playing bumper cars up here
tonight by Brandon Hawkin. Great performance by that entire front group of guys.
Brandon Hawkin burns it down. Your winner tonight from Watkins Glen. And so ends Watkins Glen week, Ricky, here on JTN.
Oh, it's already over?
It is.
Oh.
Back to ovals.
I like Watkins Glen. It's handsome.
It's handsome.
Handsome.
Are you a boot guy or are you a no boot guy?
It depends on what you're using. I think the cup cars are more fun without the boot.
I agree.
Other than that, I mean, again, depends on what you're using. I think bigger and heavier cars are more fun on the smaller configuration.
Well, I had a fun time tonight, folks. Again, cannot thank you enough for joining us. If this is where you do have to leave us, we appreciate you tuning in so much. Make sure you drop a like before you go. Remember, we got a bunch of other great races, an entire back catalog of races that could probably keep you occupied for a year and a half at this point. Right here on the JoeTow Network, JTN. So make sure you're subscribed. You can go back through. You can watch the entire season here with the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series. Catch up before next week's thriller from Daytona. It's going to be 10 races to go, 11 to go after tonight. 10 to go after Daytona. Brandon Hawken, though, is your winner here from Watkins Glen. We move on to our post-race coverage. We'll talk with our top 3 finishers, get you the race results on your screens in mere moments. But again, cannot thank you folks enough for tuning in tonight.
They tuned out, Joe.
No, they tuned in. I mean, they came out, but they tuned in.
But they tuned left.
Well, they were right to tune in to JTN tonight.
That is a good point. That is a very good point.
Let's go ahead and start by bringing in our race winner. Driver of the number 99, Brandon Hawken. Brandon, you got a copy?
Oh, yep, got you guys.
Well, how'd that feel tonight? Back in victory lane here at Bomb Squad, it always feels pretty good, right?
Oh yeah, it's really good, especially when we come to a place like Watkins Glen. I always love going to the road courses, and yeah, had some really great competition tonight. Jerry was super quick, so was Ricky and Andrew. Man, that was a lot of fun. We got a nice green flag run in there, and it kind of fell apart a little bit near the end, but that's just racing. Things get a little bit more intense there at the end, and man, that was a lot of fun. We were thinking it was going to be a fuel mileage race at the beginning, and so I made sure just to be on the safe side. I saved a little bit at the start, and then we made some good fuel gains there. But I think once that caution came out, kind of flipped the strategy, and it was kind of just like short bursts of like really hard driving. So that was a lot of fun, and really great stuff from everybody tonight.
Now let's talk about that strategy, because before that first caution, you were the only driver to kind of save that extra lap of fuel, taking note of how close it was, right, to make it on 2 pit stops. How much did your lead at that time play into making that decision? And then after you made that decision and you came off pit lane, the 08 had gotten around you, did you think you made the wrong choice?
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure because I had a little bit of a gap, and I thought if I could kind of try and manage it, I could get that. Like I was really close to being able to go an extra lap, so I just saved a bit those last few laps, and it was able to give me just a little bit extra fuel to get back to pit lane a lap after. So but it did cost me a bit of time in the end. So yeah, once Jerry got in front of me, I was just focusing on catching back up to him, and just as I was just about to get a run on him there in the caution came out. So yeah, I was like, oh man, but and then I was able to get the lead back in the pits, but he had a really good first gear. I need to change my setup like right now, because he had an awesome first gear for the restarts, and he was just gone once the green flag flew. So it was I had to made it a little bit trickier on me there. I had to make a move on him, and then a few laps after that, I think it was him that spun out. I'm not quite sure, but that was really great driving from him. Though he was really quick, and after that, I was kind of like, okay, I think I can do that as long as he's not like directly behind me in the second row, like on the last restart. I think I'm okay, or at least okay, because everybody else seemed to have the same gear as I did. So, we'll definitely change that. But he that was pretty intense there at the end. Just hoping I could get the run on the restart and hold everybody off. But really great race from everybody, and. Great job from Miller there, capitalizing, coming in second, and that was a lot of fun.
Well, Brandon, before we let you go, so you can go make those changes to the setup, you know what to do. The floor is yours. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I just like to thank all you guys at JTN for the broadcast you guys put on, everybody at BSR, and we had a really nice field tonight for a road course, and yeah, I just like to thank everybody at BSR, all like everybody who I race with, whenever I come over here, and it's a great bunch. So yeah, I just like to thank all of them, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys next week.
Hey, it's gonna be a fun time next week from Daytona, Brandon. We hope we see this 99 car there. Gotta go try to get 2 in a row. But again, congratulations on the win here tonight, and as always, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us.
Thanks, guys.
Brandon Hawken, driver the number 99, your winner tonight from Watkins Glen. Let's go ahead and next bring in our second place finisher, driver of the number 86 Powerade Chevrolet. Another podium finish on the road course for this guy, Andrew Miller. Andrew, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, Mr. Road Course Ace all of a sudden turns it up there at the end of the race, running 5th, 4th throughout most of the night. How were you able to capitalize on those late race restarts and finish 2nd?
If I'm being 100% honest, Jerry Cook's spin opened that door quite a bit. I can't deny that those guys, Ricky, Jerry, and Brandon, they all were the class of the field, and I was even having a hard time keeping up with KJ there. So if I'm being honest, I probably should have finished 5th, but just I guess sometimes the stars align, and I don't know how the heck I was able to hold off Ricky there at the end. I would call that more luck than skill, but well, sometimes you got to be. What do they say? Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. So
yep.
I guess tonight proved that.
Well, sometimes better be lucky than good, but you're plenty good on these road courses, so don't discredit yourself too much, because you had to do the drive in there at the end. Late race restarts. You got a guy like Jerry behind you who was aggressive all night, was all over the curbs, was all over, really good on restarts. You got Ricky J behind you. You got Kilojoules behind you. How do you kind of reset behind the wheel where, that first half, maybe call it 2/3 of the race, we ran so much green flag racing, and then you get into these short little spurt runs where the driving style, it has to change behind the wheel, right?
It's easy for that to happen, and I guess for me personally, I find that as soon as I try to amp it up that one more level, I start overdriving it, and I'm going to get into a lot of trouble. So actually coming to that 2 to go restart through like the second to last corner, I just let out a big deep breath and said, just drive it the way that you have been. Keep the tires under you. And if you hold these guys off, then great. So that was my mentality, just making sure I didn't do anything different for myself. But yeah, I mean, these guys, I know that they were going for every inch. And Brandon's Brandon. He's the road course, as I call him, road course Jesus. So I think tonight proved that, but it was a lot of fun.
Well, a lot of fun down there on track. It sounds like a lot of fun for us up here in the booth, Andrew. Congratulations once again on the 2nd place run. Before we let you go, you know what to do, buddy. Floor is yours.
Well, standard shout outs. Jaden, I love you lots. Hello, James, Andy, Lance, all you guys from the group chat. Mom and Dad, if you ever watch this back, hi. And of course, Bomb Squad for putting this on. Brandon and Ricky, they've really helped me out a lot. Just getting better at not only road courses, but other tracks. So thank you guys. And of course, Joe, Ricky, yourselves, for streaming this thing. Watching these is fantastic, and you guys do a great job. I try to emulate my fast broadcast off of yours, so whatever that's worth.
Well, thank you. And remember, folks, if you want to catch those fast broadcasts, Andrew's got them over Top Dragster right here on YouTube. You can search Fast Renegade Cup Series, and they'll pop right up. And Andrew does a great job broadcasting all those races. A lot of fun. Ready for Watkins Glen this weekend too. I know now you got a big set of notes for that race on Sunday night at 9 p.m. Again, Top Dragster right here on YouTube. But Andrew, again, congratulations, 2nd place run, podium finish, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us after this one.
Hey, absolutely. I will just mention I actually won't be broadcasting Watkins Glen. I will actually be racing.
Okay.
I'll actually race.
All right, are you going to stream your perspective of it?
Ooh, that's probably a good idea.
There we go.
I might try that.
Commentate and race. Tell me how it goes so I can maybe do it one time.
I mean, we tried it with Allie at Michigan, and it went fine, but this will be different. So, good idea. Thanks.
There you go. Andrew Miller, driver the number 86 Powerade Chevrolet, your second place finisher here tonight. Let's go ahead and finally bring in our third place final guy on our podium, driver the number 193 Voiles Trucking Ford. BSR Ricky J. Ricky, you cut into that points lead ever so slightly tonight. Is that the biggest takeaway?
Yeah, definitely. But we came in and practiced really hard this week because I knew there was going to be some really tough competition for the road courses, and we managed our goal. But like I said, it's just a really, really big gap that we're trying to chip away at, and it's going to be very difficult, but we're going to keep trying.
Well, you got a wild card next week with Daytona, but if we keep our attention focused on this race tonight, obviously there's the spin there with the 08 coming up through the S's. You go around in that 193. How do you, you're obviously a two-time defending champion. How does a two-time defending champion here in Bomb Squad, how do you keep calm behind the wheel, keep the rest of the race out in front of you, and not worry about what happened earlier on?
You just got to take the circumstances as they come. Just take a breather, relax. You got 2 laps of caution to get your thoughts collected. Just get the best pit stop I can to keep myself positioned up there, and just keep moving forward.
And then if we do turn our attention to next week at Daytona, do you look at that as a race where you can maybe bring in that points gap? I know KJ, he's talked about, he's been very vocal about it at times, not liking the super speedway style racing. I know you, while maybe not the biggest fan of it, you do enjoy it. You do a really good job at it. Do you look at next week as a big opportunity for you in this 193 team to maybe cut into that gap a little bit more than you did tonight?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's definitely an opportunity to gain, but also probably the biggest opportunity to lose as well. And more than likely, we'll probably have a really large field next week, so that's going to come into play for points as well. So obviously, objective number 1 is to just try to keep the car clean and hope that I position myself to be up front near the end to where I can hopefully gain some points.
Well, big opportunities lie ahead. A big field sounds like it's in store for us next week. That's a great lead-in to remind folks at home. Make sure you tune in next week, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on JTN. It's Daytona. Why wouldn't you watch? But Ricky, before we let you go, floor is yours, buddy. You're the defending champ. You know what to do.
I just want to say thank you to everybody for showing up and racing. Hope everybody had fun, and for watching. Thank you guys for doing the broadcast, of course. Really enjoy watching these back. Looking forward to watching back this one. Thank you to Brian and Kathy Voiles from Voiles Trucking for everything you guys do. Good shout out to Magoo Barbecue. You're the man. I appreciate you for everything, brother, and for all the guys here. And I'm looking forward to the future.
Well, Ricky, as always, congratulations on another podium finish this year, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us.
Thank you, Joe.
BSR Ricky J, driver the 193 Voiles Trucking Ford, your third place finisher tonight. Well, as it seems like we do a lot, turning from the Ricky behind the wheel to the Ricky up here in the booth. Ricky, a thriller of a race, great road course race here on display for us tonight. Couple cautions there at the end that really like to shake the field up, but nonetheless, Brandon Hawkins still able to claw his way to a victory from Watkins Glen.
Yeah, Brandon Hawkins it's tough to beat Brandon Hawkins when you come to a road course, and he prevailed here tonight. But man, what a fight for that finish. That was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun tonight, a lot of fun in store for us. Remember, the next time we're live is going to be Tuesday night, Hobo Racing from Chicagoland. The next time we're live with Bomb Squad, of course, going to be next Thursday from Daytona, right here on the JoeTowNetwork JTN. So that's why you hit that subscribe button, you click the bell, you'll be notified when we go live. Bada bing, bada boom, you're all set, ready to go with us here on JTN. We cannot thank you enough for tuning in tonight. Cannot thank Bomb Squad Racing, Magoo, the entire clubhouse, a bit. Of course, as always, a big shout-out, a big thank you to Brian and Kathy Voiles Trucking for their support of not only the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series being broadcast live here on JTN, but their support of JTN as a whole. We cannot thank you guys enough for your support. And again, Voiles Trucking, big-time big-time partner for the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series and Bomb Squad Racing League. Remember, you can go to bombsquadracing.net to find out more. You can check out the entire points, results, everything's right there on the website, even if you want to maybe sign up and get out here on track with these boys. You can go check it out again, bombsquadracing.net. Search it or follow the link down in the video description below. With all that being said, though, folks, cannot thank you enough for tuning in to JTN tonight. Remember to follow us on our social media at JoeTowNetwork. You know the rest. You hear the spiel every single night we're doing this. So without further ado, as always, for all of us here at JTN, for Bristol, our producer, for Ricky Collette, I've been Joe Twansky. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time live right here on JTN. So long for now, folks. Yeah, and they're going to be 3 wide coming to the checkered. Never mind, they're going to be... Oh! Turn 4 into the tri-oval. Whitehill is through the grass. It's going to be Noah Joyce winning his first career race in the Red Bull Cup Series.
Off the ride and a wreckage behind him. U.S. cars flying everywhere. Cars upside down. It doesn't matter. Noah Joyce has done it. He's won at Daytona in the 3 car.
Behind, they're going to be side by side again. Contact there between Sinner and Gordo.
Oh, the contact! Oakley into the wall. That's going to be Jack Healy coming to the line.
Jack Healy wins the ride to